Often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back tonight to the Dre Broadcasting Network for another amazing adventure with the Extreme Motorsports 99.com. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Last night we crowned a new champion, Season 2 champion, Extreme Motorsports Pro K&N Series. But next here tonight is the Track Series, Chase Race 5 of 5, the race of the championship, the race of the crown. The question remains, who is going to take it away from Tom Wetmore? Meu commentator Sean Zulu, and up in the booth with me is David Everly. You got a cup there, Dave. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, doing good. Just looking over the point standing, and man, we got a battle going to be happening here tonight.
Oh, indeed, man. It's anybody's race. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, expect to see a lot of take and 0% give. A lot of drivers racing very hard, just like David talked about. Before we get into it, let's take a recap from last week's race, the LTI Printing 200 at Michigan. We had Hunter McDaniel bring it home for his second win of the Chase Series. Ken Ladd came out second, Cody McFadden third, Christian DeFalco came out fourth, Adam Eisenhower fifth, Tyler Homan 6th, Curtis Vollmer 7th, Dakota Craig 8th, Doug Blackmon 9th, and Bobby Tinch did round up the top 10. Well, speaking of the points, like Dave touched on briefly, Hunter McDaniel is now leading in points. Last week, if you remember correctly, for those who might not have been here, Curtis Vollmer was leading in points, but only 5 points ahead of Hunter McDaniel. But Hunter McDaniel won last week's race, while Curtis Vollmer placed in 7th place, so that gave the lead over to Hunter McDaniel in points. But Curtis Vollmer, do not count him out, he's only 2 points behind Hunter McDaniel. That is 2 points separating first and second place drivers in points, Hunter McDaniel and Curtis Vollmer. We have Dakota Craig and Tyler Homan. Dakota Craig, Tyler Homan tied for 3rd place in points, only 13 points behind Curtis Vollmer, who is in 2nd place. Cody McFadden and Bobby Tinch as well are tied for 4th place in points. That's Bobby Tinch and Cody McFadden. And these drivers are 4 points away from the 3rd place drivers, Dakota Craig and Tyler Homan. We have Tommy Haynes, 5th place in points. And Tommy Haynes only 2 points ahead of 6th place driver Marty Ray. In turn, Marty Ray is 2 points ahead of 7th place driver Tommy Amasi. And in turn as well, Tommy Amasi is 2 points ahead of 8th place driver Adam Eisenhower. And we have Rick Donathan, who is 9th, and Bryce Whitson Jr. 10th, rounding up the top 10 in the points standings. And ladies and gentlemen, just a refresher as to the drivers who are racing in the chase, going for it for the championship: Hunter McDaniel, Curtis Vollmer, Tommy Haynes, Tyler Homan, Bryce Whitson Jr., Cody McFadden, Rick Donathan, Bobby Tinch, Adam Eisenhower, Dakota Craig, Marty Ray, Tommy Amasi, and Gary Woolbot. I repeat backwards: Gary Woolbot, Tommy Amasi, Marty Ray, Dakota Craig, Adam Eisenhower, Bobby Tinch, Rick Donathan, Cody McFadden, Bryce Whitson Jr., Tyler Homan, Tommy Haynes, Curtis Vollmer, and Hunter McDaniel. So ladies and gentlemen, hang on to your seats here tonight. It's going to be a bumpy ride, way bumpier than we've seen all season long here in the Extreme Motorsports99.com Track Series. Well, moving on to tonight's race, the Chevy Crate 200 Chase Race 5 of 5, the championship race at Homestead Miami Speedway. Tonight we do have an 86-degree Fahrenheit track temp, 78-degree Fahrenheit air temperature, partly cloudy, late afternoon, winds from the north at 2 miles per hour. And as usual and as expected, 50% fuel limit by the drivers. That is 50% fuel limit for the drivers, giving us an expected 2 to 3 required pit stops. And this track is 1.5 miles in length. We had a heck of a race last night in the Pro K&N Series right here. And I'm about to have an amazing race here tonight as well in the Track Series. Well, ladies and gentlemen, type it up, make your presence known, get active in the chat, let us know what's on your mind. Type it up, going all the way to the top. Well, we have Pat T in the chat. Welcome back, Pat T. Pat T still celebrating some great success by Maverick Motorsports driver, new champion in the Pro Can-N Series, Travis Pryor. Congrats once again, Travis Pryor, and Jay Pryor as well. Congrats, Jay Pryor. Great success on your part all season long. And last night, what a way to end the season on your part. It is great to see you guys. We also have Harrison 907, Harrison 907, Shake and Bake 23. That is Jim Kelly. Welcome back, Harrison. Hope you're doing well tonight. We have Pac-Man. Pac-Man, welcome back to the Dre Broadcasting Network. It is great to see you again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our post-sitter here tonight is the 13 of Gary B. Whitson. Right beside him is the 07 Christian DeFalco. Third place driver is the first ever champion of the Pro Can-N Series. And the points leader currently is the 57 Hunter McDaniel Maverick Motorsports driver. 98 of Dakota Craig starting fourth. 81 Travis Pryor, new champion of the Pro Can-N Series, starting fifth. Tyler Holman, 6th. Bryce Whitson Jr., 7th. Adam Eisenhower, 8th. Ken Ladd, 9th. And Cody McFadden in the 10th place spot. Tommy Haynes, 11th. Marty Ray, 12th. Bobby Tinch starting 13th. Chris Voyles starting 14th. Jason Eisenhower 15th. Jim Kelly 16th. Greg Bradshaw 17th. Curtis Vollmer 18th. Curtis Vollmer here only 2 points behind Hunter McDaniel for the championship here tonight. We have Tommy Emasi 19th, and Brent Kuhl, check, don't guess, driverdiabetesAwareness.org, starting 20th, rounding up the top 20. Kerry Cleaver 21st, Gary Wubot 22nd, Vernon Margheim 23rd, Chris Thorman 24th, Garrett Helmlinger 25th, and Timothy Hamlet, last driver qualifying and last driver rounding up the field here tonight, starting 26th. So 26 drivers starting tonight's race right here, Homestead Miami Speedway. Well, we are rolling behind the pace car for the first time this time around, being led by the 13 of Gary B. Whitson with the help of the 57 Hunter McDaniel. On the outside line, Christian DeFalco with the help of Dakota Craig. And an interesting fact, ladies and gentlemen, interesting facts, if you will, actually. Last season here, right at this track, this was the track to end last season's race in this series, too. And Hunter McDaniel brought that race home. So he's trying to go back-to-back, season after season, tonight right here. And Curtis Vollmer, his biggest opponent here tonight, finished 4th place last week behind Zachary Kreiser. But the pace car is off and the green flag is out. Whitson finds the gas pedal. He gets a great start against everybody else. We are green flag racing. Lap 1 of 115. Chase race 5 of 5. Championship race. Extreme Motorsports Track Series. And Dakota Craig already trying to make his presence known on the inside of DeFalco. DeFalco on the outside line so far, side by side they go. And behind the two drivers, some more drivers going at it. 81 Travis Pryor and Tyler Holman going at it side by side. They almost exchanged paint. I believe they did exchange paint off the exit of turn 4, but no harm done. Still going nice and strong here. 2 laps in. These drivers having the most grip this run and trying to take advantage of it. Oh, they can. And ladies and gentlemen, championship race, race 5 of 5. With that said, tonight we conclude the season of the Extreme Motorsports 99.com track series. And that means that sign-ups are opening. So those of you in the chat, those viewers out there who would like to be a part of the action, who would like to be a driver next season, check out ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Drop the first E in Extreme and start with the X is extrememotorsports99.com and click on the track series once you go to the website and scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. So that's going to be bottom center of the page. You will find a registration button, and make sure to click that, and you will be a part of it. They'll let you know if you're qualified. Oh, contact Tyler Hallman, Adam Eisenhower. Oh man, sideways action by Tyler Hallman. We are still green. Dave, I'm not sure whether or not we can, but if we can, let's please catch it on replay.
I'm not going to be able to do that.
Oh no, Ari's brother, well, was some contact between Eisenhower and Tyler Hallman. But great driving on everybody's part, especially Tyler Hallman was more sideways than anything out there. But as we speak, Tyler Hallman now in the 12th place spot. He's lost a lot of spots as a result of that little incident. But he is now trying to play catch up behind the 17 of Tommy Haynes. Well, going back to talking about the extrememotorsports99.com, ladies and gentlemen, they have so much to offer. Monday nights, a road series and a Pro K&N series. Tuesday nights, track series. Wednesday nights, Xfinity series. And Thursday nights, Cup series. So all oval series this week are ending. Pro K&N series ended last night with Travis being the second champion of the Pro K&N series. Tonight we end the track series. Tomorrow night we crown a new champion in the Xfinity series, or existing champion maybe might be able to hang on to the throne. And on Thursday night as well, championship race in the Cup series. So a lot of excitement coming to you live from the extrememotorsports99.com. Caution flies on lap 7. Gonna see what happened.
Looks like that's going to involve the 33 of Vern Margheim as we pull up the Dre Broadcasting replay. Go back and take a look here, see exactly what happened. Quite a few trucks involved there. As we take a look here at Vern Margheim, it actually started in front of him with the 36 machine of Jason Eisenhower. So let's grind this back here. Oh, 23 in the 05. Jim Kelly, Tommy Amassi get into it. The 16 involved, Vern Margheim involved. A few trucks involved for our first caution.
Oh man, yeah, indeed. That's unfortunate for everyone involved in that. Oh man, yeah. Jason Eisenhower, Vern Margheim, Jim Kelly, including Garrett Helmlinger. But not to worry, ladies and gentlemen, the drivers do have one backup truck, one quick fix, one fast repair. So they will be out there before too long. But going up front here, Gary Whitson leading everybody down the taxi road, down to pit road. And a new viewer in the chat, we have After the Flag TV in the chat. That is After the Flag TV. Hashtag Standby Nation has returned to the comment section. Welcome to the Dre Broadcasting Network there, After the Flag. Hope you're doing well tonight. And everybody on pit road except for the 4 of Brand Cool. Check, don't guess, the only driver staying out. Well, Gary Whitson is able to maintain his lead off pit road. Coming out behind him, 11, Hunter McDaniel in the 57. Christian DeFalco third. Beats Travis Pryor by a nose hair. And bumping Pryor down to 4th place. And 5th place driver 10 of Bryce Whitson Jr. And everybody during this first round of pit stops decided to take 4 tires, 4 tanks of gas. Not taking any chances. And last night in the Pro K&N series, ladies and gentlemen, we saw a lot of drivers. Basically, the machines were pushing. They were becoming very tight, becoming tighter the longer the run went on. And we had so many green flag runs in that race. And we saw there the 05 of Tommy Massey as well as machine pushed up very tight on him. It was very unexpected, and he lost control of it, unfortunately. So we'll be seeing a lot of drivers pushing as the race progresses. And the 4 of Brent Kuo deciding to stay out. And this is going to give him 8 laps more on his tires. The track position, very, very key. But here early on, I mean, he has nothing to lose by pitting in, I feel like. He most likely will be pitting in this time around. Yes, he is going down the apron, down the taxiway, and going down pit road. And that should give back the race lead to 13 of Gary Whitson. And the updated top 5, Gary Whitson, Hunter McDaniel, Christian DeFalco, Travis Pryor, and Bryce Whitson Jr. 1st through 5th, respectively. Well, up front we are now back 1 to green. Gary Whitson with the help of 07 of Christian DeFalco. On the outside line, Hunter McDaniel with the help of the 81 of Travis Pryor. Maverick Motorsports teammates controlling the outside line this far. And we have Mercer in the chat, number 57, Maverick Motorsports. Welcome to the Dre Broad. Well, I should say, welcome back, Mercer, to the Dre Broadcasting Network, and hope you're doing well tonight. Oh, that's right, man. I don't know why I forgot this. That is Aaron Mercer from the Pro K&N series. That's Pro K&N. Well, everybody getting bunched up nice and strong as we speak, as Gary B. Whitson is controlling the field and the pace of this field. And Travis warming up those tires to avoid that very deadly wheel spin behind 57 Hunter McDaniel, but off turn 4. Pace car dips off, going green. Well, Gary finds the gas, but a great restart. The green flag is now out. Second place driver Hunter McDaniel trying to clear 07 of DeFalco, entering turn 1, but so far having no luck. The outside line, never ever the place to be on a start or restart, and so far McDaniel paying the price. Off turn 2 with a slingshot, Hunter McDaniel with a push from the rear by Travis Pryor. As Travis Pryor gets too friendly with the wall, and it gets some paint exchange with that wall off turn 2. But then off turn number 4, McDaniel is finally settling for 3rd place against DeFalco, who is now in 2nd place. And a new driver to the top 10 this time around, the Auto Owners Insurance, 65 of Marty Ray from 12th place to 8th. I hear a big loud boom on the outside. That was 11 of Ken Ladd. Yes, Ken Ladd got sucked into the wall. Turn number 3. We saw last night turn 3 claimed 2 drivers. It sucked them in and spat them both out. But looks like Ken Ladd was able to save the machine despite the right front damage. He has to show for it, but he is still rolling. And we have 28 of Chris Voyers under fire from the 48 of Curtis Vollmer. Curtis Vollmer, he is in it to win it for this championship. His machine is pushing tight, has to let off to avoid causing trouble with the 28 of Chris Voyers. And Voyers gets passed back against him in 12th place. That was not English. I meant to say he got past him again to maintain 2nd place. But now Curtis Vollmer so far trying to play catch up on the rear of 28 of Chris Voyles. But 17 of Tommy Haynes on the inside of 48 of Vollmer. Tommy Haynes has a heavy foot and is not afraid to use it off turn 4. Crossover engaged by the 48 of Curtis Vollmer. Big roadblock found by 17 of Tommy Haynes. Has let off the gas. Off speed or momentum lost. A little bit of time. Enough time for Ken Ladd. Puck is not into the battle. Yep, a big cloud. Oh, Tommy Haynes into the wall. Ken Ladd gets a piece of the action. He spins out. Caution's gonna fly. Oh, the wreck is bigger than we thought. A lot more drivers involved in that. Oh, Ken Ladd, Vern Markheim, Garrett Helmlinger, Chris Thorman, Tommy Haynes, Gary Woolbot, Kerry Cleaver. Let's back up on Tommy Haynes and see what happened.
As we take a look at the replay, we see Tommy Haynes gets in. Looks like maybe some contact between Ken Ladd because he got hard into the outside wall and just nowhere for a lot of these drivers to go.
Oh, indeed. That's unfortunate for those drivers involved. Hopefully, none of the drivers involved in the first one were involved in this one because they only have one backup truck, ladies and gentlemen. That is one backup truck. Oh, man, yeah, Gary Woolbot had nowhere to go, man. Wrong place, wrong time. Just T-bone 17 of Tommy Haynes. It was a roadblock entering turn 3. Chris Thorman as well in the exact same situation. But Kerry was able to actually get around that somehow. That was Kerry Cleaver. So no harm on his part. Same with 33 of Vern Markheim. Well, everybody here on pit road as we speak, being led by Hunter McDaniel. And we have one driver gets the wave around the pace car. That's the wave around. The lucky dog, the 4 brand cool check, don't guess. Drive for diabetes awareness. Back on the lead lap on lap 18. Oh, we got Gillen Motorsports in the chat. That is Joshua Gillen. How you doing tonight, Josh? I hope you're doing well, man. Oh, the race off pit road was won by the 13 of Gary B. Whitson. Coming out, oh, actually, I think I might be wrong. Yes, I might. Yes, Bryce Whitson Jr. won the race off pit road. Took 2 tires, full tank of gas, while everybody else took 4 tires. So Bryce Whitson gonna be behind the pace car. New race leader once across start finish line for lap number 19. He has Gary Whitson in 2nd place, Hunter McDaniel 3rd, Christian DeFalco 4th, and Dakota Craig in the 5th place spot. And the updated top 10 this time around: Bryce Whitson Jr., Gary Whitson, Hunter McDaniel, Christian DeFalco, Dakota Craig, Marty Ray, Adam Eisenhower, Cody McFadden, Travis Pryor, and Tyler Homan, 1st through 10th place respectively. And so far the heaviest mover in the top 10 is Marty Ray from 12th place to 6th. Bryce Whitson up front from 7th place to 1st. And we have McFadden. Oh, actually, in this case, now when going out of the top 10, we have Curtis Vollmer from 18th place to 11th, only 1 spot away from the top 10, and he has only 1 roadblock, and that is 77 of Tyler Holman. Yeah, Joshua Yellen, we miss you here in tonight's race, but you know, we look forward to seeing you back next season. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Joshua Gillen, one of our drivers here with the Extreme, is stuck in Kansas in winter weather. So, but we look forward to seeing you back next season, man. But keep warm, man. Stay safe. We are back 1 to green, being led by the 10 of Bryce Whitson, who decides to start on the outside. The leaders do have lane choice with the help of the 07 of Christian DeFalco. The inside line, Gary Whitson, with the help of Hunter McDaniel. So, ladies and gentlemen, throughout the whole entire field, only one 2-tire hero, and that is Bryce Whitson Jr. Gonna see exactly how that strategy plays out. And we have Tommy Haynes, status check. He is 2 laps down, hoping to get both laps back. Had some bad luck during the last caution. Jim Kelly, heavy damage on his advanced machine. And he's still trying to get the job done regardless. But best of luck to these guys. But going back up front, exiting turn 4, going green this time around. Oh, that pace car dips off, and Bryce Whitson is holding pace, but the green flag is out. He has no hesitation, but a lot of determination. The green flag is out. And 13 of Gary Whitson here is able to maintain second place against DeFalco and McDaniel, who are side by side, entering turn 1. Well, now back down, single file. DeFalco, odd man out, outside lane is not the place to be on a restart once again. And he's going to set up a 4th place for now, behind McDaniel. 98 of Dakota Craig going at it for dear life with 64 of McFadden, or against McFadden. Side by side they go, drag race, entering turn number 1. Dakota Craig here on the outside just might edge him out of the exit of turn 2 because the inside gets very pushy, but that's later on in the stage of the race. But here as we speak, off turn number 2, McDaniel was able to propel past Dakota Craig and clear him successfully. Chopped his nose off actually to secure that spot. Entering turn 3, he goes back down low to defend his spot against 86 of Eisenhower. Oh man, almost had an accident between Dakota Craig and Adam Eisenhower. But no harm done, still green flag racing. Dakota Craig keeps losing spots left and right as we speak. Yep, the outside line, not the place to be early on in the race. But now Dakota Craig finding 5th gear, putting his foot down to the floorboard behind the 86 of Eisenhower and ahead of 77 of Tyler Holman. And we missed Adam Eisenhower last night in the Pro K&N series, but he has showed up here tonight and is ready to get the job done. '81 of Travis Pryor going at it with the 77 of Tyler Holman, side by side drag racing, entering turn number 3. Tyler Holman just might get edged out due to him being on the outside the longer way around the track. Off turn 4, Slingshot has been engaged by Holman, but still not enough to lead a nose against Travis Pryor. But the battle between Pryor and Holman is attracting a lot of attention, namely Chris Voiles, Bobby Tinch, and Curtis Vollmer. And Chris Voiles here so far, just watching this battle from a shotgun view. They are still going side by side as we speak. At this point, 81 of Travis Pryor burning that stud, his tires up, trying to overtake Tyler Holman, but he does so successfully off the exit of turn 2. And now Holman has been bumped down to the 10th place spot, but Chris Voiles sees an opportunity against 77 of Tyler Holman. Here as we speak, they are side by side. Well, looks like Holman was able to get around Voiles and at the same time leave enough time and room for Bobby Tinch to follow his footsteps. Here, Bobby Tinch on the outside of 28 of Chris Voiles. So far, Voiles trying to get onto the outside lane. The preferred race groove this time around to be at the same pace as everybody else to avoid losing time against everybody else and speed and momentum, because the more he stays on the bottom, the more he has to lift if the caution flies this time around.
Looks like that might involve the 36 of Jason Eisenhower as we go back and take a look here. See if we can see exactly what brought out the caution. Dual contact between Vern Markheim and Jason Eisenhower. Jason Eisenhower gets sideways, saves it, but just enough to bring out our 3rd caution of the evening.
Oh man, that's an unfortunate incident for Jason Eisenhower. But that was a heck of a save on his part. Sideways action, turned back straight like nothing ever happened. But as a result, he's going to get sent to for the back in the pack. And his machine had a lot of damage to begin with. So it looks like he's trying to save his backup truck for a rainy day. But going back up front, Bryce Whitson Jr. leading everybody down pit road in the majority of the field. Does follow. Oh man, Bryce Whitson, major mistake entering his pit, so had to back up a little bit. So some time has been lost by him. And 17 of Tommy Haynes gets 1 lap back. From 2 laps down to 1 lap down this time around on lap 29. Congrats to him. But we had a big cluster off pit road. And 10 of Bryce Whitson, as expected, was as suspected in this case, has lost the lead. To a lot of drivers. Gary Whitson now first, Hunter McDaniel second, Cody McFadden third, Christian DeFalco fourth, and Marty Ray fifth. And that puts Bryce Whitson in 6th place. So just that one simple mistake cost him 5 spots, unfortunately. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this gives us time for a race interview. Let's focus on the 10 of Bryce Whitson. Well, ladies and gentlemen, joined up in the booth by a Whitson Motorsports driver, Bryce Whitson Jr. Get a copy there, Bryce.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Oh, we're having a good night so far, just hanging out back here. Wanted to try a little strategy on that last pit stop, and we learned a lot, and then I just rolled through my pit this time and screwed up. So, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Oh, most definitely, man. But, you know, with the way you've been racing and driving all season long, getting back up there should not be a problem. And speaking of the strategy you tried, you know, we noticed you took 2 tires. How did that affect your machine, you felt like? Because it seemed like you were still able to maintain the lead, which you did.
You know, I mean, we tried it in practice. Gary and I both did, just to see what would happen. And so I had a good idea that I was at least going to be able to keep up. And, you know, I knew that with Hunter being on the low side in 1 and 2, I figured I could just cruise right by on the high side, which worked out beautifully.
Oh, most definitely, man. And Bryce, you know, you two are in this to win it. Starting tonight's race, you were 10th place in points. You might not be able to get the championship, but you are still able to, you know, gain some spots here and there before the race ends. But what are your plans for the end of the race, man? Because, you know, at this point, it's all about taking and not giving.
Oh, for me, this race is about the win and nothing else. So, you know, I just hope that the other drivers out there realize that they have a lot more to lose than I do tonight.
Oh, most definitely. Well, Bryce, you are now back 1 to green, so make us proud as usual and see you again 5 spots higher.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
And that was the Whitson Motorsports driver, Bryce Whitson Jr. We are now back 1 to green. He's currently in 6th place. We are back 1 to green, being led by his teammate, 13 of Gary Whitson. Whitson Motorsports driver as well, with the help of Cody McFadden. New to the top 10, to top 5. And the podium at this point, the outside being led by Hunter McDaniel with the help of 07 of DeFalco. We are going green. The pace car dips off. Gary Whitson finds the gas pedal. The green flag is out, but McDaniel saw it coming in time to give him a run for his money before turn 1. A misshift by McFadden. We'll check up the inside line this far, entering turn 1, but no harm done. We are still rolling as Cody McFadden, Marty Ray, Adam Eisenhower all try to play catch up due to that bad restart. But going back up front, they are going at it for the race lead. That is McDaniel and Whitson Jr. Side by side. Actually, that's going to be Gary B. Whitson. All of a sudden, I'm getting the Whitsons mixed up, but off turn 4, 13 of Whitson is still fighting for dear life, trying to hang on to that race lead. But Hunter McDaniel here, very successful as well, trying to make it extra difficult for Gary Whitson. Oh, contact between the two drivers. Oh no! Sideways off turn 2 by McDaniel. Bad contact. As a result, McDaniel goes from 2nd place to about 3rd place, maybe 4th place in one turn. Well, I mean, as we speak, he's maintaining 2nd place against DeFalco, but off turn number 4, DeFalco still giving him a run for his money. He maintained 2nd place somehow, and I said he was going to lose the spot because I figured with the momentum loss and speed at the same time, that was not a good thing, but looks like he was able to hold his own. And off turn 2, oh man, off turn 2, almost some contact between DeFalco and Hunter McDaniel. DeFalco is side drafting the living draft out of McDaniel, and making his presence known. Man, that kind of scared me right there between the two drivers, but no harm done. Still racing, and DeFalco settles for 3rd place spot, but up front they are still going at it, side by side again. Side by side again, but different lanes this time around. McDaniel gets around Whitson Jr. Gary Whitson successfully. Man, I need to get these names right. Gary Whitson successfully now. Whitson bumped down to 2nd place by McDaniel. And Bryce Whitson Jr. made a mistake on pit road, like he talked about there, when he ended up having to back up into his pit stall. But now he is in the 4th place spot, 2 spots higher than the last time we checked on him. And now his next victim is 07 of DeFalco. Oh man, contact between DeFalco and 10 of Whitson Jr. Oh man, that shook DeFalco, but that was a heck of a save by DeFalco. And Bryce backed off in time to give him enough room to save it. So no harm done. And Cody McFadden here has been forced to get close to the rear end of Bryce Whitson as we speak. Yeah, you heard Bryce Whitson. He talked about how he's going for the win tonight and nothing else. So with that said, drivers, watch out. You better part those the way like the Red Sea, if you will, in this case. On the outside of Whitson is Christian DeFalco and 64 of McFadden. And for the back in this pack, we have the 48 of Curtis Vollmer trying to make some moves against 77 of Tyler Holman. But Holman is holding his own. They were side by side, but then back down single file. And Holman maintains 11th place against Curtis Vollmer. At the exact same time, Curtis Vollmer trying his best to hold off 66 of Bobby Tinch. Out of single file going on except for the front. The 10 of Bryce Whitson Jr. to the inside of McFadden, side by side of the exit of turn 4. What I've noticed about the drivers who are side by side each time, or most of the time, the drivers on the outside line are trying to keep the drivers on the inside pushed down to force them to let off the gas, because the drivers on the inside have not just been let off, because if they do not, they will push up, wash up into the outside drivers and cause the biggest junk ever seen in mankind's history. Bryce Whitson Jr. so far settles for the 5th place spot, McFadden in the 4th place spot. But nope, Marty Ray on the inside of Bryce Whitson Jr. Side by side. And the 7 of Gary Woolbot. Status check on Gary Woolbot. The Budweiser machine Toyota Tundra is brand new. Not a single scratch on it. So the old damaged one has been put away. And is now here with a brand new one trying to take names here. He's now behind the 28 of Chris Voyes, who was able to get around him. And that bumps Woolbot down to the 18th place spot. And Voyes up 17th. But Voyes is going against everybody he possibly can. Anybody in his way, he's trying to take them away. The 90 of Garrett Helmlinger is next victim. Off the exit of turn 4, Garrett Helmlinger able to get around the 28 of Chris Voyles, and Voyles went in between Woolbot and Helmlinger, forcing Woolbot to back it down due to that momentum difference, or the speed difference in this case. But going back up front so far, Hunter McDaniel checking out a 1 second lead against second place driver Gary Whitson. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, last season, once again, Hunter McDaniel won the race at this track. The season finale for last season. So he's trying to do it again. In last week's interview, he talked about how he was going to watch the tapes, rewatch the race from last season and see exactly what he can do differently and see exactly what Tom Wetmore did. Because he touched on about how Tom Wetmore was one of the fastest drivers, if not the fastest driver, in that race. So it looks like he did just that, did his homework and came ready. Well, the 86 of Adam Eisenhower here so far is trying to take it away from the 98 of Dakota Craig, but Dakota Craig not giving up, and neither is Adam Eisenhower. But this is attracting some more drivers. The 11 of Ken Ladd back from the dead. Ken Ladd decided to use his backup truck. Last we checked, he got sucked into the wall entering turn 3 and sustained some right front damage. It didn't look too bad, but looks like he still decided to use that backup truck. So not a single scratch on that Epilepsy Foundation Toyota Tundra. Now he's on the inside of Adam Eisenhower, side by side. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so many paint scheme for great causes. We have Ken Ladd once again, Epilepsy Foundation, Brent Kuo check, Don't Guess, Drive for Diabetes Awareness, and we're going to be seeing a lot more paint schemes as the race goes on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, the drivers now have 19 laps of green flag racing on their tanks and tires. And at the same time, that means one thing: green flag pit stops are about to kick in the next 10 to 15 laps. We should start seeing drivers going down pit road. A big cluster has been formed where a three-way battle between Adam Eisenhower, Ken Ladd, and 98 of Dakota Craig. Ken Ladd now going against 98 of Dakota Craig. Dakota Craig, Eisenhower staying on the outside lane, but then off turn number 4, Eisenhower goes to the inside. He's gonna bump drop Ken Ladd. I thought it was gonna go 3 wide because he had a good run, but it was a bad idea. Because it would have a bad entry to turn 1 and most likely push up into the opponents, Ken Ladd and 19 of Dakota Craig. So he let off the gas and let them go at it single file. Well, double wide, but now back down single file. And another cluster here up front. It includes 10 of Bryce Whitson, Cody McFadden, Christian DeFalco, and That's going to be the 13 of Gary B. Whitson. A four-way battle, a four-way cluster. Well, Hunter McDaniel's lead is getting nothing but bigger. Hunter McDaniel, Maverick Motorsports driver, is going at it for the championship. So he came from the Pro K&N Series champion and trying to become the Track Series champion this season. Man, oh man, his lead is now 1.7 seconds against second place driver Gary Whitson and increasing. We have Tama S in the chat. Welcome back, Tama. Go Eagles. 86, Adam Eisenhower. Indeed, Adam Eisenhower doing an amazing job here tonight. Currently running in the 9th place spot. He's been trying to make up a lot of time and make up a lot of moves. I mean, make moves against his opponents. But so far seems to be doing more harm than good. So for now, he's settled in the 9th place spot behind the 98 of Dakota Craig. And I say doing more harm than good because at this point their tires are gone. When it comes to Adam Eisenhower, he was one of the drivers who was pushing very hard early on the run. But now here the grip is mostly gone. So he's trying to just play it safe and settling in 9th. '81 of Travis Pryor getting around the 86 of Eisenhower successfully. He does go all the way up high. He got in way too hot entering turn 1 as a result. A free launch program, an opportunity open for the 48 of Vollmer on the inside. But nope, Adam goes back up high against the 81 of Travis Pryor. You can call this the leapfrog action taking place between the drivers or among the drivers in this case when it comes to Travis and Adam Eisenhower. But then off turn 4, Adam back ahead of 86 of Eisenhower, entering turn 1. Man, Adam is trying to catch a break, but so far having no luck. 48 of Curtis Vollmer is 10 spots behind his biggest opponent here tonight, the 57 Hunter McDaniel. But one driver going down pit road for our first pit stop of the evening. That green flag pit stop, that is 10 of Bryce Whitson pitting in. And that's Bryce Whitson pitting in with 26 laps on his tires and tank. And unfortunately, some bad news. We have lost the 23 of Jim Kelly tonight. I look forward to seeing this driver back again next season. It's been amazing watching this driver race all season long. He was a rookie this season. Going back up front, Hunter McDaniel is now 2 seconds ahead of new second place driver Cody McFadden. Looks like Gary Whitson gave up the second place spot to go down pit road. Yes. Scratch that. Gary Whitson is still on the racing surface, but we have drivers on pit road. Dakota Craig, Garrett Helmlinger, Greg Bradshaw, Jason Eisenhower down pit road. Gary Whitson, DeFalco peeling off, going down pit road with the assistance of Hunter McDaniel up front as well, pitting in. Yep, a huge chunk of drivers pitting in. Once again, Hunter McDaniel, Christian DeFalco, Gary Whitson, Ken Ladd, Marty Ray, Travis Pryor, Adam Eisenhower, and Vern Markheim, including Chris Thorman. And that gives us a new race leader, 64 of McFadden. Speaking of the new race leader, McFadden peeling off as well on the taxi road, heading down to pit road as we speak. And accompanied by the second place driver 48 of Curtis Vollmer. Tyler Holman as well in the mix, Bobby Tinch in the mix. We also have Gary Wubot, Tommy Amasi as well in the mix, going down pit road. And a new race leader, ladies and gentlemen, Timothy Hamlet and Brent Kuel second. So only 2 drivers needing to pit in, namely Timothy Hamlet and Brent Kuel, first and second place drivers. Well, Timothy Hamlet giving up the race lead, going down pit road this time around, and 4 of Brent Quell right on his tail. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Timothy Hamlet, Brent Quell going on 30 laps on their tires. So we're going to assume that is the latest. These guys can go on a tank. With that said, that rounds up the first round, of first cycle of green flag pit stops. And we have crossed the halfway mark. So now 57 laps left and 59 laps complete. We'll take a commercial break this time around. We'll be right back. So please stay tuned.
Don't let your first date be your last. Visit People Against Distracted Driving at PADD.org.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chevy Crate 200 Chase Race 5 of 5 Championship Race. This is the end of the season after tonight's race, and we are gonna have a new champion, ladies and gentlemen, by the end of tonight's race, so stay tuned for that. And with this being the final race of the season means one thing: signups are opening with the ExtremeMotorsports99.com Track Series and Pro K&N Series already opened last night. And also this whole entire week, basically, the oval side of things when it comes to the Extreme Motorsports is ending, which means Pro K&N Series, Track Series, Xfinity Series, and Cup Series. That is Monday through Thursday, respectively. So which means you can join any of those series based on your experience, because they place you in different series based on experience. So you can pretty much view the Pro K&N Series as the beginner class, while the Cup Series is the best of the best, or the elite, if you will. That's ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Drop the first E in Extreme and start with the X, ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Well, going back to the race, ladies and gentlemen, green flag pit stops came and went. As a result of that, Hunter McDaniel was able to maintain the race lead, and now his lead is 1.8 seconds higher than before the green flag pit stops. He's now 3.8, actually that just went up to 4 seconds. 4 seconds ahead of Bryce Whitson Jr. for second place. And Gary Whitson, status check, Gary Whitson was second place behind Hunter McDaniel before that, but now Gary Whitson is in the 8th place spot. Well, let's get some stats here about the first round of pit stops. 1 sec. Well, ladies and gentlemen, looks like the driver who had the fastest pit stop was the 98 of Dakota Craig. Yes, Dakota Craig, 13.7 seconds spent on pit road. Next in line is, or was, Cody McFadden, 13.8 seconds. Then from there it was 13.9 seconds, and that was 7 of Gary Woobot. And then it goes up from there, but up front, Hunter McDaniel had a 14.1 second pit stop. DeFalco, new second place driver, 14.4 second pit stop, and also 14.1 second pit stop by 11 of Ken Ladd. Well, just like Dave likes to talk about, the green flag pit stops separate the men from the boys, and at this point the field is more spread out than ever before. In top 10, ladies and gentlemen, Hunter McDaniel first, Christian DeFalco second, that is Christian DeFalco, Cody McFadden third, Ken Ladd fourth, Bryce Whitson Jr. fifth, Marty Ray sixth, Travis Pryor seventh, Curtis Vollmer eighth, Gary B. Whitson ninth, and Dakota Craig rounding up the top 10. Well, so far the second and third place drivers, Cody McFadden and Christian DeFalco, and now Ken Ladd in this mix. So second, third, and fourth place drivers have found each other, but so far they seem to be losing some time to the leader up front, Hunter McDaniel, because they are battling. And with how close McFadden is to DeFalco, DeFalco is definitely, without a doubt, feeling the pressure of McDaniel. At the exact same time, 11 of Ken Ladd is just hoping that the two drivers battle, McFadden and DeFalco, so he can be able to take advantage of both of them. But McFadden to the inside of DeFalco, side by side they go. McFadden is pushing up on the exit of turn 4. Slingshot engaged by DeFalco against McFadden, and that will keep McFadden down to third place and DeFalco up in second. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have one driver on pit road, 28 of Chris Voiles, but this is not a scheduled pit stop. His machine has seen better days. It is beat up very heavily, very badly on the front end, and is on pit road trying to get that damage fixed. That is very unfortunate for Chris Voiles. Well, for the back in the pack, we have 48 of Curtis Vollmer making his presence known in the rear view of Marty Ray for the 7th place spot. And 10 of Bryce Whitson Jr. going down pit road this time around as we speak. Well, during the first round of pit stops, ladies and gentlemen, we noticed the drivers who stayed out the longest went 30 laps on their tires. With that said, Bryce Whitson is going to his, he's accompanied now by Dakota Craig and Garrett Hamlinger, all having at least 20 laps on their tires. Well, in this case, Bryce Whitson 22 laps on his tires, but we still have 40 laps left in tonight's race. But up front, if the drivers can stay out 10 more laps, they should be able to make it on just one more pit stop. But in the case of Bryce Whitson Jr., Dakota Craig, Garrett Helmlinger, and now Kerry Cleaver, these guys are going to need one more pit stop. Oh man, we had some new viewers in the chat. I do apologize, I just now saw this. Evo PC Gaming, welcome back, Evo PC Gaming. It is great to see you back. That is AdvancedSimulationProducts.com. Yeah, we see a lot of machines out there rocking it. The Gillen Motorsports team drivers rocking those paint schemes, very well dressed. We also have Deanna Leslie in the chat. Woohoo, Marty Ray. That is 65 of Marty Ray. Marty Ray currently riding in the 6th place spot. It's great to see you again. It's great to see you, Deanna. Well, up front here so far, Hunter McDaniel has started losing some time to 2nd and 3rd place drivers, DeFalco and Cody McFadden. Well, they are catching up to some slower traffic. Jason, 3 wide off turn 4. 64 McFadden goes sideways. Caution flies. Could not find my words. Oh man, this is going to be quite the game changer.
Well, as we pull up the Dre broadcast and replay, we're going to focus on the 36 of Jason Eisenhower. Take a look at this bad wreck here as we see Jason Eisenhower here running. Not sure what happened. 3 wide between Ken Ladd and Cody McFadden. Oh, looks like Cody McFadden and Ken Ladd just got a little loose, and unfortunately 36 of Adam Eisenhower got collected up in it. Bobby Tench, a little bit of damage. Let's see if we can see exactly what happened there between Cody McFadden. I don't think there was any contact as we're looking here at the far chase. No, well, a little bit of door slam due to the 3 wide, but ooh, Cody McFadden got some heavy damage out of that.
Oh, indeed, man, that's unfortunate for both drivers involved in that. Oh man, but this caution might have been much needed for some drivers, but not so much for others, including for drivers like Hunter McDaniel, not wanting to see this caution with quite the lead he had. 3.8 seconds before the caution had flown. But as we speak, everybody going down pit road. Hunter McDaniel leading everybody. DeFalco 2nd, McFadden 3rd, Pryor 4th, and Marty Ray 5th. Well, we have some drivers staying out. First driver 1 lap down is the 98 of Dakota Craig in the Lucky Dog spot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 35 laps to go. That is 35 laps to go in tonight's race. Well, we'll be seeing a lot of drivers definitely saving gas under this caution. Something tells me they might end up being 1 to 2 laps short if this thing goes green all the way. But if we have another caution, they should be able to make it the rest of the way. And unfortunately, we've lost 2 more drivers, Kerry Cleaver and Chris Foyles. We look forward to seeing these drivers back again next season. Well, the race off pit road was won by Hunter McDaniel. 2nd place driver DeFalco maintained 2nd place. McFadden 3rd, Travis Pryor 4th, and Marty Ray in the 5th place spot. And this gives us time to get a race interview in. So let's focus on the 65 of Marty Ray. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we joined up in the booth by an Eisenhower Racing driver, Marty Ray. Good up there, buddy.
Hey, Sean, how you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. It's a tough race so far, but a lot of fun. A lot of competition out here.
Oh, indeed, man. You guys making it look great out there in your machine. Very, very well dressed as usual. Auto Honors Insurance. And Marty, man, you are in this to win it. In this to win this. Basically, you are one of the chase drivers, like, you know, we've talked about in the past before. And starting tonight's race, you were 2 points away from the 5th place position, being held by Tommy Haynes. But how's the machine been handling tonight, man?
You know, actually, it's doing a lot better than I thought. You know, I'm running a wider ratio on this truck and changed the brakes a little bit, and it seems to be handling the turns pretty good. I didn't qualify that well, but I think, you know, being able to keep the tires in shape for the race and try to keep it cool, I think we'll be doing okay tonight.
Oh, most definitely. And during the long green flag runs we just had, what did you learn about your machine in the long run?
You know, just not going too deep into the turns, you know, and not pushing it too hard. Let some people go by if they need to get by, let them burn their tires, and, you know, try to work my way back up.
Oh man, very nicely said. And Marty, you've been doing an amazing job all race long. You started in the 12th place spot, currently 5th, and you are not stopping here. We look forward to seeing you 4 spots higher on lap 125, on lap 115.
10-4, good night, guys.
That was Eisenhower Racing driver Marty Ray. He has summed it up real well. Do not force any issues. Just, you know, buy your time and pass these guys later on while you can. But then exiting turn 4, we are going green. The pace car dips off. McJenna finds the gas, but the green flag is out, and DeFalco is caught sleeping. Goes from 2nd place to 3rd place in one turn. Well, before turn 1, before the start-finish line. And so far is still settling in the 3rd place spot on hold of 11 of Ken Ladd. And Marty Ray talked about how not going in too deep. Basically, that means backing up your turn, backing up your entries into these turns, because if you do end up going too deep, you will push up. And these drivers cannot afford to do that because they have to let off. And letting off means losing time. Well, when it comes down to it, in this case, it means losing speed, momentum, and time at the exact same time. But as we speak, Cody McFadden side by side with 11 of Ken Ladd. Oh man, Ken Ladd chops the nose off of Cody McFadden, and McFadden had to back it down to avoid trouble. As a result, McFadden bumped down to the 6th place spot by Marty Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 30 laps left. That is 30 laps left in tonight's race. These guys need to come down one more time for a splash and go. That's a splash and go, which means if this thing goes green, we'll have drivers taking no tires, but just enough gas to make it. Well, already one driver on pit road 17 of Tommy Haynes as we speak. Oh, the caution flies this time around. That caught 17 of Tommy Haynes at a bad time. Gonna see what happened.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to start with the 48 of Curtis Balmer. So we're going to go back on the Dre Broadcasting replay. Take a look at the 48 of Curtis Balmer. See if we can see what happened here. As he was battling side by side with the 70s. No, that started Cody McFadden. Started up front with Cody McFadden here. As we're going to go back and take a look. As he was battling the 65 with Marty Ray, just a little bit of contact. McFadden up into the wall, and he actually goes airborne. Let's go on the onboard here with Cody McFadden as he catches some heavy air here at Miami Homestead.
Man, yeah, that was very violent. Violent incident for the 6'4" of Cody McFadden, and both he and Marty Ray getting a bad end of that deal. Heavy smoke from the rear end of Marty Ray during that, and is now getting towed. Actually, both drivers, Marty Ray and McFadden, getting towed down to pit road. But ladies and gentlemen, with this caution, that means everybody, if they pit in, should be able to make it the rest of the way. Actually, if they stay out too, they should be able to make it. And as we speak, we are being led down pit road by Hunter McDaniel, but Gary Whitson staying out with 7 laps on his tires. And Jay Pryor summed it up very quite right, what Marty Ray was talking about. Slow down to go fast here at this track. You know, it reminds me of a road course. You know, slow in, fast out, and too fast in. You might not be able to make it out. Well, the race off pit road was won by Hunter McDaniel. Christian DeFalco second. That is Christian DeFalco second. Travis Pryor third. Adam Eisenhower fourth. And Bobby Tinch in the 5th place spot. And Tommy Haynes was on the lead lap when the caution came out, and actually he was on pit road during the under green flag conditions because he didn't get a chance to pit in. I believe that was because he didn't get a chance to pit in during the last caution after getting a waiver on the pace car, but he's now back behind the pace car as we speak, actually behind 13 of Gary Whitson, and hoping to get his lap back once we go 1 to green, but that is not going to happen because Gary Whitson did stay out. Ladies and gentlemen, top 10 drivers this far. Gary Whitson, Hunter McDaniel, Christian DeFalco, that is Christian DeFalco, Adam Eisenhower, Travis Pryor, Brent Kuhl, Ken Ladd, Vernon Margheim, Tyler Hallman, and Timothy Hamlet. Man, we have a lot of heavy movers in the top 10. 3 heavy movers to speak of. 4 Brent Kuhl from 20th to 6th. Vernon Margheim from 23rd to 8th. And Timothy Hamlet from 26th to 10th place. Man, oh man. Not going to get rid of these guys anytime soon. A new viewer tuning back into the chat. That is John Marine. Welcome back, John Marine. It's good to see you again tonight, man. Hope you're doing well. And up front, Gary Whitson is clutching that puppy in, clutching the sucker in, trying to maximize the fuel economy, because he did not pit in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are 1 to green, being led by Gary Whitson with the help of DeFalco. On the outside line, we have Hunter McDaniel with the help of Adam Eisenhower. At this point, with Gary Whitson having 6 laps more on his tires compared to the whole entire field at this point, he's really hoping for a caution. He stayed out for that track position because he was shuffled out into the mid-pack of the field. So he stayed out to get up front. So at this point, he's just hoping for a caution so he can be able to, you know, pretty much be on the same strategy as everybody else. Because if we have another caution, maybe with 15 laps to go, most of the drivers, if not all, will be most likely going down pit road to get 4 tires. But if that caution does not come out, Gary Whitson might be a sitting duck. But fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen, fingers crossed. Championship race, ladies and gentlemen, chase race 5 of 5. New champion by the end of tonight's race. Who is it going to be? The pace car dips off. Whitson hesitates. No hesitation whatsoever in this case. And that gives him a good jump against second place driver Hunter McDaniel. DeFalco 3rd place and Adam Eisenhower. And as we speak, DeFalco, Eisenhower side by side through turns 1 and 2. Off the exit of 2, DeFalco goes against or ahead of Adam Eisenhower and boxes him in between himself and 81 of Travis Pryor. Off the exit of turn 4, we have 81 of Pryor falling back in line behind 86 of Adam Eisenhower and ahead of the 4 of Brent Kuel. But so far up front, we have Hunter McDaniel trying to make his presence known on the outside of Gary Whitson, side by side. 6-lap Oda tires, ladies and gentlemen. 6-lap Oda tires, not the best thing at a track like this. And as we speak, McDonough with a big noselead against Whitson Jr. Actually, Gary Whitson, off turn 4, clears him. Is now the new race leader again on lap 94. Oh, contact! DeFalco sideways. Travis Pryor, heavy smoke from the rear end. We're gonna see what happened.
Well, that was some contact there between Christian DeFalco and Adam Eisenhower as they were looking to go 3 wide as we pull up the Dre Broadcasting replay. Focusing on the 07 of Christian DeFalco as he was running in 3rd. Adam Eisenhower on the inside. Contact between Eisenhower and DeFalco. And DeFalco got the worst of it. He up into the wall, heavy damage. And as you said, Travis Pryor also heavy damage. 65 Marty Ray also involved.
Oh man, yeah, Travis Pryor, heavy smoke from the rear end. We also had a couple of drivers involved in this too. Marty Ray, talked about DeFalco himself. 10 of Bryce Whitson got a piece of the action. And as a result, unfortunately, Marty Ray has retired for the evening. And that is a rough way for Marty Ray to end the season. But man, we look forward to seeing this driver back again next season. He's been one heck of a driver all season long here with the Extreme Motorsports Track Series. Well, this caution was a very good thing, is a very good thing for the 13 of Gary Whitson. And as we speak, Gary Whitson taking the road down to pit road as we speak. And I do believe that was the biggest, or I should say is the biggest wreck we've seen so far in tonight's race. But up front, Hunter McDaniel in the lead, Adam Eisenhower second, Ken Ladd third, Tommy Amasi fourth, and we have Tyler Homan. Oh. Pretty much almost half the field. Yep. More than half the field on pit road, but only 4 drivers decided to stay out, namely Hunter McDaniel, Adam Eisenhower, Ken Ladd, and Tommy Amasi. And that gives them now 8 laps on their tires compared to everybody else, which is going to give them, yeah, that's going to make things interesting once we go back. Green flag racing, and a driver who got the wave around the pace car was the 17 of Tommy Haynes, back on the lead lap. And ladies and gentlemen, this gives us time for a race interview. So let's focus on the 49 of Timothy Hamlet. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we joined up in the booth by the 49 of Timothy Hamlet. Good cop there, buddy.
Yes, sir. How are you doing, Sean?
Good, how are you?
I am doing pretty good. Enjoying myself out here tonight.
Oh, man, I can only imagine making you look good in the process, too. Doing well, doing the H&H Motorsports extra proud. And last night you did race in the season finale of the Pro K&N Series right here. When it comes down to it, man, we noticed that last night we had so many tight conditions when it came down to it. But so far tonight seems to be different. Is that correct?
Yeah, the cars are different. They're a little bit tighter on entry than the K&N cars were, but they're just a lot smoother. I'm feeling right now. I'm having a lot of fun with them.
Oh, copy that, man. That's great to hear. And with all you've been racing all night long, we've noticed you haven't been forcing any matters. But Tim, something tells me since it's less than 20 laps to go, it is go time. With that said, where do you see yourself on lap 115, man?
High and wide and hopefully in the front.
Oh, copy that. Well, buddy, congrats to you and look forward to seeing you in Victory Lane tonight.
Thank you, Sean. thank you all you guys for staying around and watching us tonight. Hopefully we're putting on a good show for you. Thanks, Sean.
That was H&H Motorsports driver 49 of Timothy Hamlet. He's currently in the 12th place spot, starting behind the 98 of Dakota Craig. No, scratch that. That just changed. Starting behind the 90 of Garrett Helmlinger. Well, we are back 1-2 green this time around. Hunter McDaniel, the leader, deciding to start on the outside line. The leaders do have lane choice. He will be assisted by the 13 of Gary Whitson. On the inside line, Ken Ladd with the help of the 05 of Tommy Massey. Tommy Massey's highest appearance in tonight's race this far, from 19th place to 3rd, moving up 16 spots. Very, very impressive, ladies and gentlemen. It is go time. Hang on to your seats. It's going to be a bumpy ride. A 17-lap shootout coming up. And status check on Curtis Vollmer. Curtis Vollmer is 2 laps down, unfortunately. But he's still going nice and strong with some bad luck there during that one of those cautions. But up front here, exiting turn 4, going green. The pace car dips off. The green flag is out, and Hunter McDaniel finds the gas pedal. Ken Ladd sees it coming in time to maintain 2nd place against 13 of Gary B. Whitson. 05 of Tommy Massey maintains 4th place against 77 of Tyler Holman. Single file. Crossover by Tyler Holman against 05 of Tommy Massey. Side by side they go throughout the backstretch. Off the exit of turn 4, we have 77 of Tommy Massey and Tyler Holman here still side by side. Entering turn number 1, they're still going at it. Tommy Massey holding the outside line nice and strong, but entering turn number 1, Tyler Holman drives it in deep, but that gives enough time for Massey to do the crossover move, and they do switch lanes. And right behind them as well, 33 of Vern Markheim, the 4 of Brent Kuel. Some of our heaviest movers in the top 10 as well, going at it side by side, but off turn 4. Markheim was able to get around 4 of Brent Kuel, bumping Kuel down to 8th place and himself up into 7th place, but a big cluster is forming. Vern Markheim, 4 Brent Kuel, Timothy Hamlet, Garrett Helmlinger, Bryce Whitson Jr., and Bobby Tinch in this mix, including 48 of Curtis Vollmer. Man, oh, 7 of Wubot is spun out sideways, and the caution flies this time around. Can I see what happened?
Well, that's going to be Gary Wolbert as we go to Dre Broadcasting Replay and go back and take a look at our 7th caution here tonight. Like I said, that involves the 7 of Gary Wolbert. We go back and take a look here as he was riding right in front of the 86 of Adam Eisenhower. Oh, looks like maybe a little bump there from Adam Eisenhower in the back. Got him squirrely and around and keeps it off the wall, but he's got a pretty damaged truck.
Oh, absolutely, man, and he was forced. Gary Wubot was forced to use his only backup truck there early on during the first caution. By the looks of it, the machine, you know, despite its heavy damage, well, it's not really too heavy, but you know, he should be able to still keep up. The front end looks pretty clean for the most part, but the rear end is the problem. But that should still be enough to spank these boys here tonight. But up front, we are being led by Hunter McDaniel with the help of Ken Ladd. Well, Ken Ladd 2nd place, Gary Whitson 3rd, Tyler Holman 4th, and Tommy Massey in the 5th place spot. And one driver around the pace car, SimSpeedShop.com. That's 36 of Jason Eisenhower. Back on the lead lap on lap 103. And yeah, John Marine, ironic, huh? 7th caution happens to the number 7. It's all good. I mean, it happens. But yeah, it's pretty ironic. That's pretty funny. And scanning this field so far, we have 17 drivers on the lead lap. That's 17 drivers on the lead lap, with Chris Thorman, first driver, 1 lap down. Jason Eisenhower now the last driver on the lead lap. And we have Curtis Vollmer as well. Curtis Vollmer trying to get both laps back before this thing is over. Oh man, that's unfortunate for him. He was 2 points behind Hunter McDaniel for the championship. But ladies and gentlemen, don't count him out yet. Do not count him out at all, actually, tonight, because it's never over until it's over. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, for the new viewers out there in the chat, hope you're having an amazing show here tonight by the Extreme Motorsports 99.com on the Dre Broadcasting Network. And to be a part of the action, to be a driver next season, because tonight is the end of the season. So check them out, Extreme Motorsports 99.com, and you will not be disappointed. So once again, check them out. And ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the 10 lap to go mark. At this point, 12 laps to go. Well, once the green flag flies, that's going to give us a 10 lap shootout. Yes, we are back 1 to green, being led still by Hunter McDaniel with the help of 77 of Tyler Holman. Inside line Ken Ladd with the help of the 13 of Gary B. Whitson. We are going green this time around. 10 lap shootout coming up. You know what that means? Put your popcorn away, put your drinks away. You do not want to make a mess. Put at least 3 to 4 seatbelts on and hang on tight. It's going to be a bumpy ride. And a side-by-side restart, 498 of Dakota Craig and Tommy Amasi at the same time. Garrett Helmlinger and the 4 of Brand Coel. We have the 10 of Bryce Whitson with the help on the inside or the outside of the 66 of Bobby Tinch. The pace car dips off. Hunter finds the gas, but the green flag is out. A commanding lead. A good restart by Hunter McDaniel. Ken Ladd maintains second place against 77 of Tyler Holman. We now have 10 laps to go in tonight's race. 10 laps to go. Gary Whitson here forced back in line in the 4th place spot. So first through 4th here so far in a single foul line. Dakota Craig on the outside of 05 of Tommy Amasi side by side for 5th place. Dakota Craig propels. No, his machine pushed up. He had to let off the gas. But still maintains the spot, but the caution flies this time around. Can I see what happened?
Unfortunately, that's going to be the 33 of Vern Margheim, also the 7 of Gary Wolbert. As we pull up the Dre Broadcasting replay, let's take a look here. Vern Margheim is looked like maybe a little 3 wide, but unfortunately, Vern Margheim gets into the 7. Gary Wolbert, 48 of Curtis Balmer, and the 36 of Jason Eisenhower is Vern Margheim rolls over. He gets hit hard in the side there. Let's just try to get a closer look at that. But yeah, he goes over on his roof. So some heavy damage to the...
Oh, indeed. And with the impact between Vern Margheim and 36 of Jason Eisenhower, I do believe Eisenhower blew his motor on impact. Yes, he did. And that's unfortunate because Eisenhower just used his backup truck during the last caution. That's a sad way for him to end the evening. But going back up front, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a game changer. Scratch that, this is a game changer. We are still being led by Hunter McDaniel, Ken Ladd 2nd, Tyler Holman 3rd, Gary Whitson 4th, and Dakota Craig in the 5th place spot. And 71 of Chris Thorman gets the waiver on the pace car. Actually, that was 81 of Travis. Pryor got away from the waved around the pace car, back from 8 laps down to 7. And unfortunately, we've lost the 33 of Vern Markheim tonight. But it's been amazing watching him race all season long. He's one of the best drivers the Extreme Motorsports has to offer. We look forward to seeing him in the near future, next season. And ladies and gentlemen, this gives us time for a race interview. So let's focus on the 74 of Greg Bradshaw. Ladies and gentlemen, we joined up in the booth by the 74 of Greg Bradshaw. Get up there, Greg.
Hey, Sean, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing great.
Well, man, a heck of a performance on your part all race long. In the beginning, you decided to just, pretty much keep a low profile. And now, ever since the we passed the halfway mark, you decided to find 5th gear. And currently behind the 6 of Bobby Tinch for the 12th place spot. But how's been your race?
It's been eventful. I'm not very fast tonight. I was just kind of doing the best I could early on, and got a little better, but I'm damaged on the right side. I got a little bit of drag on the straight, so that's holding me up. But just trying to hold on to what I got, try to get a good finish out of it.
Oh, absolutely, man. That is all you can do. You're doing an amazing job this far. You say you're not the fastest machine out there, but you're still doing an amazing job regardless. But Greg, how's been your season? How's been your experience with the Extreme Motorsports this season?
I've enjoyed it. It was my rookie season in iRacing. Had a lot to learn. But
Absolutely.
racing with these guys has really helped me a lot this year, and I can't wait to come back next year and try to put on a better showing.
Well, buddy, you've done an amazing job. This season's a rookie, but next season's veteran. We look forward to you being the new champion of that season, dethroning whoever is going to be crowned the new champion tonight. Well, buddy, you are now back 1 to green. Well, make us proud as usual.
Thank you, guys.
That was the 74 of Greg Bradshaw in the 13th place spot. Had some bad luck there in the beginning, but is now currently starting behind the 17 of Tommy Haynes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 5-lap shootout coming up. That's right, a 5-lap shootout. That means one thing. The next flag after the green flag ends the race. Next flag ends the race. Going green this time, being led by Hunter McDaniel with the help of 13 of Gary Whitson. On the inside, we are being led by Ken Ladd with the help of 77 of Tyler Homan. Going green for the final time this time around. Green flag is out. Oh man, a big checkup on the inside and the outside line, but the green flag is still out, and Hunter McDaniel commanding the lead against everybody so far. But Tyler Harmon trying to take advantage of 11 of Ken Ladd and 13 of Gary B. Whitson. Gary Whitson is so far odd man out on the outside of the exit of turn 2. Is gonna be able to come back to life with a big slingshot off it against his biggest opponent, or new opponent here in this case now, 98, Dakota Craig. Oh, big checksum contact between Ken Ladd and Tyler Homan. And Tyler Homan has been sent high, and a big loud boom in the back. I heard one driver smack the wall. We are still green flag racing, looks like. And now this gives us 4 laps to go. "49 of Timothy Hamlet, ladies and gentlemen, on the outside of 17 of Tommy Haynes. They are going at it side by side, trying to both get around the 4 of Brent Cool. So both 7, 8, 4 of Brent Cool, Garrett Helmlinger, and Timothy Hamlet, 7th, 8th, and 9th respectively, going at it as we speak. They have all found 5th gear. It is go time, 0% give and 100% take. 86 of Adam Eisenhower as well is back in this mix in the 10th place spot. His next victim now is 17 of Tommy Haynes. I just scratched that it is the 49 of Timothy Hamlet for 9th place. But now Adam as well has a motor roaring in his rear. That is the 74 of Greg Bradshaw. Greg Bradshaw with a battle behind him between the 48 of Curtis Bowman and the 90 of Gerd Helmlinger. Two laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. Next flag is the white flag, 3 wide. 74 Greg Bradshaw, 90 of Gerd Helmlinger, and 48 of Curtis Vollmer back double wide as the 90 of Helmlinger was able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone in 1 turn. Great move on his part, and some more battling. The 4 of Brancourt trying to hold off both the 49 of Hamlet and 86 of Eisenhower as we speak. And the white... Yes, the white flag is out this time around. The final race, final lap of the race, final lap of the season, ladies and gentlemen. And so far up front, Hunter McDaniel with a Sunday drive to the checkered flag. Gonna do it again, win this race, and won the same race last season at the exact same track. Off turn 4 this time around. Hunter McDaniel, for the final time this season, brings it home. And the new champion, taking it away from the 6 of Tom Wetmore. Tyler Holman finishing 2nd. Dakota Craig 3rd, Gary B. Whitson 4th, Bryce Whitson Jr. 5th, Ken Ladd 6th, Tommy Haynes 7th, Brent Kuo 8th, Adam Eisenhower 9th, and Timothy Hamlet in the 10th place position. Ladies and gentlemen, what a heck of a race, and thank you for being a part of it here tonight. And interviews coming up, top 3 drivers and a special guest, so please stay tuned. Well, ladies and gentlemen, join up in the booth. We have the Hunter McDaniel, Tyler Holman, Dakota Craig, and our special guest 48 of Curtis Vollmer. We watched a heck of a smoke show by the new champion 57 Hunter McDaniel. We're gonna save the best for last as usual. We're gonna start with the special guest 48 of Curtis Vollmer. Gotta come up there, Curtis.
Yeah, I got you loud and clear. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, buddy.
Well, man, we noticed, you know, your race did not go as expected tonight, but that still did not stop you from doing a lot of damage in terms of competition. But how's your experience tonight for your final race of the season?
Yeah, it definitely didn't end up how I was hoping, but that's racing, you know. Nothing I could have done about that. Those two getting into each other, and I just got the short end of the stick, and it was just too late to try and recover. So it definitely ruined our whole season, but you know, we were hanging in second there. We just had to finish, you know, I think in the top 12 or 13 or something. We were riding up in the top 10 all day, just hanging out. And unfortunate events, part of racing is what it is. And just couldn't recover from 2 laps down, and we finished I think 17th. That just does it for us. But great season all in all. You know, look forward to the next season. We'll come back fighting. I had a shot, so is what it is.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, we've watched you grow season after season here with the Extreme, Curtis, and man, you never ever give up, and that is very commendable, and it does not go unnoticed. And we look forward to seeing you again back next season. And after experiencing this season, you were very close last season in the points of the championship, and same with this season. What do you think? Basically, thinking back or looking back, what do you think you could change to maybe better your chances?
Well, last season I didn't make the chase. I just by a few points, and I really wanted to make sure I made it in this year or this season. So it was good to be in, and it was real good. We had a real good lead going into the, we were regular season champion. I think we had like 40 some odd points going into the deal, so it was great. Hunter McDaniel just turned it up and ripped all of our heads off. I think he won 3 out of the 5 or something. I mean, he's good. That's why he's a champ.
Well, buddy, congratulations on your success here all season long, and we look forward to seeing you getting crowned as the new champion of next season. And once again, it's been amazing watching you grow. Hopefully, go, Curtis, any final words?
Nothing. Just like to thank the 77, Tyler Hallman. And old Bobby Tinch. I know he had a little tough race tonight too, but those guys are fast. Look forward to seeing us. We're definitely going to team up for next season, and we'll see what we can't get done, but. Yeah, I'd like to thank all the fans out there, you guys up in the booth, the admins every week, sticking it out, doing this for us, and most of all, the walls. Thank you. My crew chief, Mr. Ordish, setting me up with great cars all season. Everybody. Shout out to Junior, Johnny Jr., everybody. Thanks again. Appreciate what you guys do.
Well, Curtis, congratulations on your success and accomplishments all season long. We look forward to seeing you with a big crown on top of your head next season. Go celebrate, buddy. You earned the success this season.
Yep, you bet. Thanks, guys.
That was the 48 of Curtis Vollmer, but next in line is 98 of Dakota Craig, finishing 3rd place in points. Get up there, Dakota.
Yes, sir. How are you, Sean?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Well, Dakota, it's been a heck of a season, man. We've watched you grow. In the beginning, you were a mid-pack runner, but then as the season progressed, you ended up becoming a front runner and made your presence known with every single race that was presented here by the Extreme Motorsports at 99.com. How would you define or rate your experience racing with these very amazing, great drivers?
These guys are very tough to beat, guys. It's been an awesome experience this year.
Absolutely, man. And what have you learned this season that you're gonna carry on to next season to do the same thing or maybe even do it better?
I gotta practice, Sean.
Absolutely, man. Short and to the point. Well, buddy, congratulations on your success here all season long. It's been amazing once again watching you grow, doing the Gilded Motorsports extra proud. And before I let you go celebrate your accomplishments this season, any final words?
Yes, sir. First of all, I'd like to thank my team at Gilded Motorsports, Josh, the owner of the group. I'd like to thank Jim at AdvancedSimulationProducts.com, Wayne at Advanced Auto Parts, and the last of all, my brother. He's been my crew chief all year, and he's been the best.
Well, buddy, once again, congratulations on tonight's race and your accomplishments all season long. We look forward to seeing you next season again with the Extreme Motorsports 99.com. My buddy, go celebrate.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And that was the 98 of Dakota Craig. But next in line is one of the deadliest drivers in terms of competition, 77 of Tyler Holman. Get a copy there, Tyler?
Yes, sir, I do.
How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing pretty good considering all how the race went.
Oh, absolutely, man. We noticed, in the beginning there, how you decided to just take it easy, but still not too easy, just easy enough to still keep up, but not push the issues. But how was your experience tonight, man?
This, I think, will go, if not one of the top 2 most difficult tracks that we ran, in my opinion, as far as keeping your tire life alive, because it's fast on the bottom, but you just can't do it the whole race. And I was really trying to, because you can make up some ground, but then the high side's just so much faster off. So the reason I was kind of falling back there, well, first off, I got a little bit knocked loose in the beginning of the race. I don't know if you saw that. I made a hell of a save, and then after that, I just kind of tried to make my way back up with good pit stops and running more of like a midline Not all the way up at the wall. I found up at the wall I felt a little slick in the marbles. So it was just a tough race overall, and to come back and finish in second, I mean, really, behind Hunter, I mean, in my opinion, that's first, because Hunter is the fastest here all season, and congrats to him on his championship. So really pretty happy with the race.
Oh, absolutely, man. We're glad that you were able to have quite the comeback, making up for a couple of mistakes here and there with the help of those green flag pit stops. And congrats on your success. And Tyler, your season did not start off the best, basically, but you were able to still get yourself locked into this chase. And starting tonight's race, you were tied with Dakota Craig for third place in points, right behind the 48 of Curtis Vollmer. And Tyler, man, you keep getting nothing but better with every single season. So, in this case, with that said, should we expect to hear or expect you to be the new champion next season?
Well, I improved this year vastly from the last time I ran with these guys, and really the only reason I have improved is just the caliber of these drivers. Running with these guys makes me better, because, like everyone else in this league will tell you, this is one of the toughest leagues I've ran. Everyone's competitive, and it's a lot of fun. And I feel bad for Curtis and how his season took a dip. I'm grateful that he kind of merged the Money Motorsports and Samson Motorsports together. We got him and Bobby together with me, and it worked real well, having some teammates to talk, pit strategy and run some practice sessions. So kudos to him and Bobby for helping me out to get where I'm at now, and I think we're going to be real fast next year.
Oh man, that gives us a lot to look forward to, and we're gonna hold that against you next season, Tyler. And congrats on your accomplishments all season long. Oh, before you go celebrate, any final words?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. It's really awesome of you. I want to thank Rick Donathan for making this league happen, putting the effort in that he does. All the admins, they do a great job and make this league what it is. It wouldn't be the same without them. Like I said, I want to thank my teammates. I want to send a shout out to the whole Watt Racing gang. What's up, guys? Shout out to Mark and Dennis from work. I know they watch. How you guys doing? Thanks for watching. And I want to thank Old Smoky Moonshine for being on the truck. They came on after my victory at Daytona and stuck with me pretty much the whole season until we picked up High Sense there for last week, and they're going to be one of our secondary sponsors going into next season.
Well, but congrats on your success once again all season long, and we look forward to you getting the crown next season away from Hunter McDaniel. Well, buddy, go celebrate.
Thanks, guys.
That was 77 of Tyler Holman. Next in line is 57 of Hunter McDaniel. Get up there, Hunter.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Hunter McDaniel, first ever champion of the Extreme Motorsports 99.com Pro Can-Am Series, and now moving on after being promoted to the Track Series and taking even that title. What's on your mind?
Man, I'll tell you, just right now, it's just relief. I don't really have a lot of words to say. Just relief. This chase was very stressful. We came in not on the best terms. We had a horrible Talladega, and so just to come back and stay determined and keep our head down and keep chugging, it's just relief that it has culminated to a championship. That's all I can really say right now.
Oh, absolutely, man. And what would you define as the biggest factor that contributed to your success?
Man, I have some great teammates that keep me motivated, and they always practice with me whenever I need to. So I got to give a shout out to them. They are by far the biggest factor that led to this championship. Ken Ladd, Travis Pryor, Jay Pryor, Brian Wasserman, Aaron Mercer, everybody over at Maverick Motorsports. They're just great guys, and they won't just help me, but they help any driver that needs it, and they really can make a champion caliber driver out of just about anybody, and it's just awesome that I have such a great group of guys that help me out.
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah, teamwork definitely plays a very key factor, like you had talked about. And congrats on your success once again. And Hunter, you came from the Pro Can-Am series, very successful. Come to this series, very successful. With that said, what's next?
Well, hopefully Xfinity, but we'll see. The competition gets nothing but harder, and I know I said to you guys last year that I'm just going to keep practicing because everyone else is just going to get just as fast, and they're just going to get faster and faster. So that's what I'm just going to keep on doing. Hopefully it'll pay off in the long run next season, but we'll see. I'm just going to put my head back to the grindstone next week and get geared up for next season.
Oh, copy that, brother. Well, you won last season's race right here in the season finale, and tonight at the exact same track. You lived up to what you talked about in last week's interview. Very commendable. But before you go celebrate, any final words?
Just want to say thank you again to Maverick Motorsports, to Pat T out there. She's out there every week, and it's always just a pleasure seeing her comments pop up in the stream. Say thank you to everybody here. It's just, I know I probably sound like a broke record, but just a great group of guys. You can't ask for not only some of the best competition you're going to find in iRacing, but also just some of the best drivers. Like it's just the camaraderie. We'll cuss each other and we'll hate each other on the track, but as soon as that checkered flag is flown and tempers have settled down, everybody comes together and everybody wants to help each other. So that I just got to give a shout out to all the drivers here, and just to you guys, stuck with us for another season, and I really appreciate it. You guys put on a great show, and hope to see you guys again soon.
Well, Hunter, congrats on your success all season long, your accomplishments in both the Pro K&N series once again and this series. And we wish you the best of luck. We wish you all the best in your next upcoming missions. In this case, by the sounds of it, the Xfinity series with the Extreme Motorsports 99.com. I know your teammates are waiting for you to go celebrate. So, buddy, look forward to seeing you again next season, and congratulations for being the Season 9 champion.
Thank you so much, Sean. I appreciate it.
And that was Hunter McDaniel, Season 9 Extreme Motorsports 99.com Truck Series champion. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Season 9 Maverick Motorsports driver. So Maverick Motorsports driver, Pro K&N Series and Track Series. That is a heck of a week for the Maverick Motorsports team. Well, Dave, any thoughts?
Been a great season. Got to give everyone a shout out. What a great season.
Indeed, and ladies and gentlemen, the final results, the final top 10 in the points, ending the race, or the season in this case. Hunter McDaniel, our new champion, Season 9 champion. Dakota Craig finishing second. Tyler Holman third. Curtis Vollmer fourth. Bobby Tinch fifth. Gary Woobot sixth. Cody McFadden seventh. Tommy Haynes eighth. Tommy Amasi 9th, Adam Eisenhower 10th, Marty Ray 11th, Bryce Whitson Jr. 12th, Rick Donathan 13th. And that rounds up all the drivers there in the points who are going for this championship. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being a part of the action with every single week. The Extreme Motorsports 99.com Pro K&N Series and Track Series live on the Dre Broadcasting Network. We can never ever thank you guys enough. And from myself, Sean Zulu, and David Everly, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, because of you guys, we are motivated enough to turn on the stream and give you guys live entertainment by the Extreme Motorsports 99.com. And Extreme Motorsports 99.com is not going anywhere. And ladies and gentlemen, it is getting nothing but better. Basically, it's the viewers are getting more involved with the Extreme Motorsports, or the Extreme Motorsports is involving the viewers a lot more. So Extreme has a lot planned for you viewers next season. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for that next season. With that said, to be a part of the action, to be a driver, check out Extreme Motorsports 99.com. Drop the first E in Extreme and start with the X. Extreme Motorsports 99.com. Monday nights, a road series and a Pro K&N series. Tuesday night, Truck series. Wednesday night, Xfinity series. And Thursday nights, Cup series. So you guys can join either of those. Well, the oval, when it comes to the oval side, which is the Pro K&N series, Truck series, Xfinity series, and Cup series, you can join any of those based on experience, because they place you in different series based on how much experience that you have. So once again, ExtremeMotorsports99.com. I am Sean Zulu, and David Everly behind the cameras, signing out tonight for the final time this season in the Track Series. We look forward to seeing you guys back again next season up here in about 2-3 weeks. Just stay tuned on the Facebook page of Dre Broadcasting. We are going to keep you guys updated. Thank you very much once again, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night. I see you there. Pat T, I see you there. Jay Pryor, have a good one. Mercer, they call me Red Ken Lad. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching.